Isak, Sweden have the kind of strike force that can make an ugly road look beautiful if it clicks when it matters. These two sides have met on 3 occasions before, all ending 1-0 the last 23 years ago, in which Tunisia came out on top. The African side arrived with the opposite route and the opposite problem. Their qualification campaign was immaculate. 9 wins, 1 draw, 22 goals scored, none conceded. The best defensive record in African qualifying, one of the great clean sheet campaigns. The Eagles of Carthage have hit turbulence at exactly the wrong time, losing 1-0 to Austria and then 5-0 to Belgium in their final warm-up games. This is their 3rd consecutive appearance, their 7th overall, and they're still chasing the one thing that they have never managed, a place beyond the group stage. They have history too, the first Arab and African side to win a match on this stage in 1978, and the team will be defending champions France in 2022. Graham Potter leads Sweden tonight, back in a country where his coaching reputation was built with ostracisms from the 4th tier to the top flight, the domestic cup, and a famous European night against Arsenal. After the Poland playoff win, he called it the best night he's had in football, almost an out-of-body experience. But now he needs that emotion to become structure more than anything else. And Potter says his side has to prove its place at the World Cup. There's a fully split fit squad to choose from. He starts his side in a 3-4-1-2 formation with Northfield getting the nod in goal. He worked under Graham Potter whilst at Swansea. He, Lindelof and Lager, the LK, make up the back 3. Midfield 4 consists of Gordon Hardson, Karlström, Gudmundsson and Ayari, who could have chosen to play for Tunisia but went with the country he was born in ahead of where his parents were. Celtic's Nygren will sit just behind the 2 Premier League players of Isak and Gyökeres. Mentioned earlier, those 4 goals in the 2 playoff games helped get his country to the big stage. For Tunisia, and Sabri Lamouchi, who is trying to turn belief into a breakthrough. His roots are Tunisian, his playing career was in France. His appointment came with baggage, intrigue and a clear brief to rejuvenate the Eagles of Carthage. He's spoken about making his players believe qualification from the group is possible. He says his side won't approach the game cautiously, instead trying to be assertive from the start. Lamouchi starts then with his side in a 4-2-3-1 formation, with Shamak starting ahead of Darman, who was excellent in Qatar 4 years ago. Valery, Rikic, Talbi and Ben Madi, who was the player of the year the last 2 years for the national team, are the back 4. Skhiri and Khedira, who was the younger brother to Sami, who won the tournament in 2014, with Germany sit just in front. Mejbri, Slimani and Abdi, who played behind the lone striker of Ellyes, who plies his day-to-day in Germany with Hanover. We're moments away from kick-off, is the closest I think we've come in this competition to starting on time. The referee in the middle waiting for the signal is Yao Falcon Perez of Argentina, assisted by Maximiliano Del Yeso and Facundo Rodriguez, with Juan Caldera of Costa Rica as 4th official. Falcon Perez is a top-tier referee since 2022 and makes his debut at this level, having worked in the Copa Libertadores, Copa Sudamericana, South America, qualifies Copa America as well. New referee on the biggest stage, and he gets us underway here between Sweden and Tunisia. Tunisia in that all-red kit, going from right to left, sending the ball out of play with their first touch of the game. And Sweden, who you would therefore have surmised, they're going from left to right in that wonderful home strip that they've had for many, many years now. That bright yellow top, blue shorts and yellow socks. They will be hoping that they can have many, many nights like they've had previously, Sweden. They've been at the races more than plenty of other sides. Going back into the 50s, the 60s and the 70s, where they came relatively close to winning the competition. The closest they will have been in that time. But it's Sweden who were on the ball on the left-hand side and were just giving away though towards Tunisia, who just try and pop the ball into the Sweden half in hope more than expectation early doors, just 60 seconds into this game. 0-0 then between these two sides. You mentioned Dilly, they've met on 3 occasions previously, the last in 2003 in a friendly game. All 3 have finished 1-0. So either of the sides were Tunisia taking the last one on the last occasion. Familiar with each other. Up on the biggest stage. Netherlands, Japan played out that 2-2 draw earlier on with a very late goal from Japan to level it up, which just opens the door for one of these two sides. If they can pull out a win, sit top of the pile, it almost guarantees you a place in the next round to win. The other sides drawing. The other side as well. We've seen them with Scotland, Mejbri, Brazil, put it back past Morocco. Against Haiti, looks to have almost guaranteed them a place in the next round. Their first ever win. So first win in 36 years. The ground goal stage. First time since 1998. Tunisia just trying to push themselves down the right-hand channel, but run into a little bit of traffic. Sweden City quite deep inside his open 3 minutes, and a late tackle just goes in over on the far side by Valerie, who was coming in a little bit late, and the referee. She's got a decision to make here early doors. It was a good clearance that was just hacked away by Goodmanson, who will work back as a wing-back alongside Bernhardsson over on the opposite side of the pitch. As he went through the ball, Valerie went through him at the same time. The referee having a conversation with the assistant over on the far side of the pitch is happy. His early decision just to award a free kick. And for physio. To come on, plenty of new rules that referees will have in their locker. The 5-second countdown, which we've seen put into effect a couple of times in this tournament so far. And it goes down into the physio has to come on then. It also has to go off for 60 seconds. We've seen an increase from domestic leagues from 30 seconds in this tournament. We've also seen around the 5-second rule early on, and they're actually picking the ball up. At least a little bit of time, but seems to be applied. Ball is in the hands of taking the throw. Tunisia just finding all this space inside the Sweden half. Kadira just pushing across the Mejbri on the right hand side, tries to get a cross in towards the box. It bounces once in front of Skhiri, which won't quite sit down inside the 18 box too, and as the tackle goes in. Gyökeres looking for a bit of a high foot on the halfway line of Sweden, able to clear the lines. He's coming away with the ball down the left-hand side in his opposite number, trying to chase him down inside the box of Skhiri. Brings it back to the edge of the area, he continued to go alone, did Gyökeres. He just ran out of space and in the end tried to just open up the angle, and his shot just goes high, wide and over the top of the bar. Like he had a high foot halfway inside the Tunisia half. It was then picked up on the left-hand side by Ayari. Just getting into Gyökeres. The Tunisia defence just kept sitting further and further back inside their own half, inviting Gyökeres onto them. In the end, a couple of players, Talby one of them, putting in an excellent tackle just to put him off enough. Shots over the top of the bar in these early stages of the game. 5 minutes gone then. Nothing to shout about in the opening stages of the contest, but Sweden would love to change that here down the right-hand side with Nigel. Tries his trade over in Scotland with Celtic, who had that crazy last game of the season against Hearts. Stop play for a moment. There is just another ball on the pitch inside the penalty area. The Tunisia keeper taking his time to go over. In fact, he's going to leave it entirely for a Sweden player to make his way over from well outside the area. Couldn't clear it. Shamak in the goal. Plays in Tunisia for Mejbri. Just his 4th appearance for the national team. Starts ahead of Ayman Darman, who also plays in Tunisia. 7 appearances he's made, just the 4th that Shamak will be making. They do have on the bench Ben Hesen, wait until he's 29 years old to get a senior cap. Goes into the looking for Isak, the keeper has to come out to it. He's scrambled away, it's gone towards Gyökeres and then cleared off the line by Tunisia. Comes back out and then it's finished. And what a beautiful strike that is from the edge of the area. And it's Skhiri who could have chosen Tunisia over Sweden. Tucks it in, he holds his hand up to apologise to the Tunisian fans, but I don't think it'll matter too much to him. Sweden strike first in the steel giant, and the Scandinavian spark ignites under the Serra della Silla, and it's Sweden 1, Tunisia 0, and what a finish that is from Skhiri. The keeper Shamak, we mentioned him before, he's coming ahead of Darman, who had a wonderful tournament in Qatar in 2022, but he's made an absolute meal of that one. Isak kept himself well onside, made a lovely run over the top. The keeper had to make a decision. He didn't claim it. He fell down to Gyökeres, whose shot wasn't the best of attempts. With 2 on the line for Tunisia, scrambled it back away outside the area, but only as far as Skhiri, who just hits it sweetly on the half volley. And all Shamak could do was watch it fly past him on the left-hand side and into the back of the net. And Graham Potter's men strike early and lead here in Monterrey by a goal to 0. And the Tunisian coach said that he wanted his side not to sit back early on. Well, it's Graham Potter's side who have found the breakthrough. And what a goal that is. Skhiri, whose parents hail from Tunisia and from Morocco, they might be looking on a little bit disappointed as their son scores against them. Tunisia wanted him, but he chose Sweden instead. The Brighton midfielder, his 4th goal for the national team. 7 minutes into this contest, he breaks the deadlock for the Scandinavian side. They have the ball again halfway inside their own half, and Tunisia now just sitting inside there, halfway to the right-hand side. It just goes on this near side, but the referee happened to wave play on, but then the long ball from Sweden just trickles out of play. Mentioned at the start of this game that each one of the previous 3 contests between these 2 sides have finished 1-0. That's a good omen for Sweden. Taking that early advantage, it's just gone 8:10 local time. Sweden as well. So Tunisia, you are awake, you might just be getting up for your day of work if you are listening across Europe, listening in Asia. It's middle of the day now, and if you're over in Australia and New Zealand, it's coming up to your tea time. Good tournaments if you are in those oceanic countries. Tunisia won himself a free kick here, 10 yards inside the Sweden half, and an opportunity to try and put the ball in towards the box and cause a little bit of trouble for Nordfeldt. Himself playing his 22nd cap, played with Potter, who helped him rediscover his love for football at Swansea. Eternal number 2 turned likely number 1 as the ball sent in towards the area by Tunisia, but it's easily dealt with by Sweden. It's worked all the way back. Shamak in the goal, away to the right-hand side. His long ball's cushioned down by Lindelof towards his left-hand side, and in doing so a tackle then comes in a little bit late from Khedira. Sweden will slow the game down and have a free kick to inside the opening 11 minutes of the game. It's Sweden who lead, and it was a fine finish by Skhiri. Tunisia, who haven't scored in their last 3 games. 1-0 defeat to Austria, despite Austria having 10 men for a long spell, to then see them now 5-0 to Belgium. Hasn't bowled too well for them, coming up against European opposition. They didn't concede a single goal in the entirety of their qualification. 10 games, 9 wins, 1 draw. Ivory Coast equally as excellent. They pulled out a wonderful 1-0 win against Ecuador, who had 8 0-0 draws in their qualification. They were looking to do as they have done plenty of times before the very late Amad Diallo goal separated the sides, and the Ivory Coast, a wonderful win. That goal Netherlands and Japan against Tunisia. Exciting 2-2 draw last night. Scotland, they ended their 36-year wait for a win thanks to McGinn. Making incredible noise in that game. This time since 1998 been in this major competition. The government has given those in Scotland a day off on Monday, despite the game being at 2 AM local time in Scotland. Nation known for its ability to sing for good amount of libations, we shall call them. Require an extra day off to celebrate, and can't really blame them, even as an Englishman. Absolutely cannot blame them for that. That might be because I am also understand what it's like to see. Actually do relatively well, but here comes Tunisia trying to fight back and restore parity. Makes to the left-hand side, and it's a fine save, and it just pushed away. Still inside the box for Tunisia. Scrambled again, and then it's just blocked inside the 16-yard box. So it's the 6-yard box by Hayne. But it was good work down the middle. It was an excellent run from Slimani. From Skhiri, just finding out Slimani on the right-hand side, just try to open up the angle, go towards Nordfeld's left-hand side, with a keeper for AIK matching him ever so well, getting him down well, but that should have been the real opportunity for Tunisia to level it. The attempt just didn't have enough direction on it from Slimani. It was too close to the keeper. It was a good height as well, but it shows that they can just work their way through the middle for Sweden, back inside their own box. And a couple of attempts as well, as Sweden tried to put the ball from the left hand side, dealt with well-bound Talby, was high him up by a little bit of ping pong, and the edge of the Tunisian box just falls kindly towards Slimani, just digs it round in towards Saad, but his pass is a loose one. Instead just picked up from Sweden, who will just work it back inside their own half and will just start themselves once again. We go separating these two sides. 15 minutes gone in this game as a Mexican wave starts in Mexico of all things. Bodes well when you see the Mexican wave in a game. He shows a sign of boredom. An Englishman, a fan of them. Don't ever get involved in them. Obviously, again, the Mexican wave and English fans, you will see English fans very much rooted to the spot and not getting involved, whether that's just a big spoil sports or just enjoy the game. Sort of involved. Feels like forced fun. Just something that we absolutely aren't a fan of. Long ball goes towards the edge of the area. We are just looking at people. Sweden on the ball, just inside the Tunisian half. Sat on it once more with Mejbri. Raga over in Portugal. Had English involvement. This is one goal, making his 12th appearance for the national side. It's a noble family, Baron as well as Gustav Lagerbielke. Sprayed champagne on Sweden's Prime Minister after qualifying. I'm sure too many over in Sweden can say that they've done that, with Isak halfway inside the Tunisian half, just hitting the touchline over on the far side. Nice little 1-2 to work it back. Going to drive inside the box, but really good defending from the Tunisian defence, with Valery over on the far side. Had to hit his foot and then had to time his challenge ever so well. And Sweden tried to come again, but they're going to force a free kick and more good defending from Tunisia on that occasion. It was Ayari who was charging in. Nekic turned his man, kept himself between man and ball, and then just felt the touch of Ayari come behind him. I say a touch, it was a forced challenge. Now the man that opened the scoring 50 kilometres an hour his strike from the edge of the area was. It was a bullet really. He'd swerved and has been in a swaz, got all sorts of trouble. Shamak in the goal. He'll be on the Tunisian fans will question. Didn't deal. It looked like a little simple ball over the top, looking for the run of Isak. It straight into Gyökeres. His shot was then cleared off the line. Swedish fans in the stand. They know all too well. They've seen wonderful goals go against them in this major competition. Going back, I think it was 2006, Joe Cole with that absolute wonderful volley for England. They drew 2-2. Same opposition. Ibrahimovic with that overhead kick from up 45 yards. The top of Joe Hart. Always brings out the best of Sweden, but bringing out the Sweden as well in this game as he comes Saad down the right hand side, just trying to open his body up, but he can't quite keep his shot down. But Tunisia are warming themselves into the game. Sweden are still on top. Tunisia have found themselves with couple of opportunities. The best came a couple of minutes ago, but Saad just tried to test himself there, see if he could test the keeper, just couldn't quite get the angle right on it. Sweden doing ever so well just to sit back on the edge of their box and here in Mons today. Both sides will play again on the 20th of June. Sweden up against Netherlands. Would have thought the toughest task, but the Netherlands aren't the same Netherlands that have reached 3 finals previously. They played there in Houston against the Netherlands, whereas Tunisia will stay here against Japan. Puts towards Gyökeres. Running through a bit of mud, trying to chase that ball down over on the far side. Just can't have the pace. He's won plenty of goals this season for Arsenal. 20 goals, he's also got 33 for the national team. The greatest Champions League finalists and Premier League winners is Tunisia. Give away a throw and over on the far side. The countdown from the Argentinian referee. Reach 0. The throw in from Valerie. Overturned Sweden's way. Tried to protest it a couple of Tunisian players, but something we are enjoying seeing is change, speed the game up, players down, but then we also have hydration breaks in air-conditioned stadiums to allow a couple of versions to be made in the TV channels. You can watch the game on your local broadcast network wherever you are in the world, listening to us, but if you are watching it local provider. Sweden's been powerful, but 20 minutes into this game, that break will come in a couple of minutes' time. Seeing how it has affected games the last couple of days, with goals being scored just before the hydration break. The team not being able to keep momentum. We saw it this evening, Germany against Tunisia. Level, first ever goal in a major competition. And against the 4-time winners, then the hydration break came. It just ended any sort of momentum that they potentially had. Yes, Germany would probably have gone on to win the game and win it comfortably. They just didn't go and win it comfortably 7-1. And it doesn't take away from the fact that for a moment Tunisia felt that they the potential opportunity, what a moment that was for them to say that they have done that. The likes of of Italy who are sitting at home. And the people were saying that Italy should have been more ahead of Curacao. Well, Curacao scored more World Cup, more major competition goals than Italy have in the last couple. They've missed the last three. Australia also beat Turkey 2-0 yesterday. It was superb. They put Wheeler in his place after he was shooting in the team better. But they will go and beat Australia. The best performance we've seen from any side in the competition so far. So Morocco with 1-1, the ball sent into us. Yeah, it's not quite. Bosley just picks up the ball, can't quite turn on the edge of the box, then gives the ball away as well. And then Qatar and Switzerland also playing out a 1-1, which a little bit of controversy in that game. It took time for the offside line to be shown by the organisers after the game. They said it was a technical fault. We do have the hydration break 22 minutes into this first half. It's the first point that Qatar have had. They couldn't muster a single one in their own tournament 4 years ago. Able to do so in their opening night. So a couple of minutes for the players, take in some fluids, the managers with a few little tactics of the TV providers in America to show a couple of ad breaks as well. Sweden too had shaky warm-up form, lost to the nearest rivals, Norway by 3-1, followed by a 2-2 draw with Greece, in which they conceded a stoppage time equaliser. Opener. They scored twice across their last 5. Doesn't go too well for them. Very similar in the world rankings. 38, Tunisia 45th. Theirs was second many moons ago, the lowest. Tunisia are sat at 45th. Tunisia also around that, 65th their worst place in the rankings, but here in Monterrey, 2015, beautiful ground, it's normally home to Monterrey in the Mexican League. Known for its view of the Cerro de la Silla beyond the stands. Those two this one, and then when we play Japan, and then it will have Africa versus South Korea in a round of 32 tie. Players start to make their way back out towards the middle of the park, broken down into quarters more than anything. It's the 13th finals appearance. Sweden runners-up on home soil in 1958, beaten 5-2 by Brazil in the final. As a teenage, Pelé scored twice. He finished third in 1950 and in 1994. 94 remains one of the country's modern football reference points. In recent memory, the 2018 quarter-finals, the Isak lost late to Germany. At least done Mexico 3-0 to top the group before beating Switzerland and losing to England by 2-0 with a Harry Maguire header. Also an excellent record as well in the European Championship. Finished in the semi-finals as host in 1992, 2016, 2020. The 2024 competition in lockdown, we're going to miss out on this one as well. Expansion of 32 to 48 teams was the big difference for them. The side's been broken, but it also has easier qualification as well. Sweden football country, the most populous and largest Nordic country. Given the world Bluetooth Kia 3-point seatbelt and the Nobel Prize. They're looking from Nobel to knockouts. They will certainly put them in good stead to do that, and that as well. But one of the greatest export from Sweden themselves. Players to ply their trade. Plays at Burnley. Over in Germany. It's Leonardi at Norwich as well. Skhiri at Frankfurt. Deer at Union Berlin. Best player of the last 2 years for Tunisia. With decent facts. With Tunisia over on the far side. A bit slow since the restart. The drinks break has ended. Tunisia on the ball with Isak. Just retreat back 10-15 yards, just get hold of the ball from the edge of the area. Brings it back in nicely in towards Mejbri, who can't quite get his cross in towards the box, and Sweden clear, but it's shuffled from right to left and back into Mejbri, who looks up again, and this time send it to the right hand side. There's a little bit of space, just bounces over on the far side in front of Valerie, but he just couldn't keep it in. The right idea, but the ball going across towards Valerie just didn't have the execution. Bounced in front of him, almost bounced over the top of his head over on the far side of the pitch. As Graham Potter just looks on this near side. There's Lanucci pointing after having couple of nations disappointment with a brief to freshen the squad. Said in his first press conference that he's Tunisian, his roots are Tunisian, and he's happy to be here. Not too sure how happy he's going to be at the moment with his side, but there's still plenty of time for anything to change. This could the first third of this game. Worked with Ivory Coast, the 2014 finals, later with Rennes, Nottingham Forest, Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Trying to introduce more younger players and change how the side set up in their formations for the traditional 4-3-3. Playing in that 4-2-3-1, which in fashion tonight. Isak trying to work the ball on the edge of the Swedish area, but excellent defending, wanting to get back in numbers. Cleared out towards Gyökeres, who's taken out, and the advantage goes over to those in yellow with Isak charging towards the edge of the box and goes low and finds the back of the net. And Sweden double their advantage, and it's daylight for the Scandinavians on the biggest stage of all. The sweetest of feelings for Alexander Isak, and from one area to the next, Sweden double their lead. And what a finish that was. Again, the keeper questionable down to his left hand side, really should have done better with the strike, but Isak not too sure he can quite believe his luck, and he did ever so well. Gyökeres got the ball on the halfway line inside the opening half an hour. He struggled to try and turn and find the ball and get it out of his feet, but on that occasion he did it perfectly. Sweden cleared it up towards Isak, bounced once in front of him, chest and touch out towards Isak on the left hand side, just drove at the heart of the Tunisian defence. They sat back, invited the pressure onto him once more. Talbi never got close to him, and Isak just took it onto his right hand side, drove a little bit more central, and then just placed it low to the goalkeeper's left hand side. Shamak, wearing that number 1, got down, but it's awful keeping. It just bounced over his hand in front of him. He got his left hand down, he kept his right hand away. Had he gone with 2, he would likely have made the save. And the keeper, who was chosen ahead of the man who had a wonderful tournament in Qatar in 2022, Lanucci, maybe recalling at the decision that he has made. But here comes Tunisia from the edge of the area, trying to strike it, falls to side inside the box, looked to be offside. The linesman over on the far side. Jaws finally put his flag up, as Sweden able to clear the lines. And that 2-0 advantage will have them sitting in a lovely and comfortable position at the top of the group. With the Netherlands and Japan drawing earlier on. What a momentum killer that is as well for Sweden. It was just as Tunisia was starting to find the feet, testing Nordfeld in the goal away to the left-hand side. With Gray and Potter can now start. Just breathe a slight sigh of relief, but there is still plenty of game time still to go. We've seen plenty of 2-0 scorelines disappear in previous iterations of this competition. Point of the opening round of fixtures. There's a good little run down the right hand side. Abdi happened to do the defensive work, but it was an excellent charge from Bernharsen down the right, just opening space, driving towards the byline, and Abdi just had to stick his left boot out and was putting out for the corner kick. But it's the first of the evening for either side, and the referee just comes over to the crowd of players all around Shamak, and Sweden certainly know that he is a weak link at the back of this Tunisian defence. There must be about 15 players inside the 6-yard box around Shamak. The ball sent in towards there, and that's exactly where it went, but the header couldn't be kept down by Lindelof, the Manchester United man plays for Aston Villa. 2018 campaign that we got to the quarter-final. Just peeled off his man on the edge of the 6-yard box. Just couldn't quite keep his header down. There's too many players really in there for it would have actually been an excellent header. Shamak sends the ball from the goal kick straight out of play. It's applauded by Gray and Potter, but not so much by Lamucci down in front. Obviously who just looks on. Dressed all in black. They sense that put to bed in the opening half of this game. 11 minutes to go. Plus any time of which we always know in this tournament there will be at least 3-4 minutes added on because of that drinks break. So goal drinks break. In full control in this first half. Back towards that Baxter. Turn on the diamond, clear it down the left-hand channel, which is sent back where it came from by to do too much. Just that unseen work more than anything was Karlstrom plies his trade in Italy with Udinese. He's had plenty to overcome in his life. Victories, late Serie A debut with Udinese, his 26th appearance for the national team. What a story he's had. He's enjoying this as much as anyone else inside this first half. As the long ball goes down the right hand side, looking for the run of Isak. Can't quite win the ball, but has run a throw in level the edge of the Tunisian 6-yard box. Takes it quickly and plays it down towards Gyökeres, knocks it back down towards Isak, just hugging this near touchline. Plays it slightly infield, looking towards Bernharsen. 2 Tunisian players to beat, 1 is his opposite number. Ben Hamidi, who just gets a slight flick on, is going to be another corner kick to Sweden, who are trying to put this game to bed before half-time. Oh, they would love a third goal here. Sorry, this near side of the pitch, Sweden have the opportunity, and now 5 Swedish players will crowd around the goalkeeper once more. 7 Tunisian players now able to try and push those 5 away. They're certainly not a small bunch, and he's playing towards the far side, and Shamak does ever so well just to come off his line on that occasion. Play back inside the box towards Gyökeres. Hands up, people think it. Notice there might have been a handball in there. Gyökeres is certainly asking the question, just pushes his hair back for the 43rd time inside the opening 36 minutes. of this game, but Falcon Perez is pointing over to the far side. The Swedish players just crowding round him for a moment. The corner came in on the near side from Nygren. Shamak did ever so well just to get it out to that crowd of players and push it away. He came back in, Gyökeres tried to turn and make the pass, and I think if there was a handball, wouldn't it be rather harsh, but the referee happy that there was nothing. Goodmanson's going to come across and take the long throw from the far side, a long throw he certainly does have. We've seen it come back into the game over the last 12 to 18 months or so as he winds it up. The traction engine from the far side wasn't quite playing tidily enough from Sweden, and Tunisia were able to clear. On the halfway line, just popped back in and sent towards the far side of the penalty area, just bounced a couple of times, and Isak able to get there ahead of Ali Abdi, and goes down under the challenge as well. The referee plays advantage as it's still with Sweden. Now with Benassi, back to the halfway line in towards High. And this near side towards Karlsson. Nine once again inside the centre circle. Inside the Sweden half, just slowing the game down, just trying to work and find the pass. We're getting towards Gyökeres. Ever so well, just then pushing to the left hand side. Brings in Goodmanson, switches the play up to the far side, in towards Isak. Got one to beat, trying to drive it towards the area on his left hand side. Now runs into a crowd of players. Tackle goes down on the edge of the area. Sweden appealing for a free kick inside the D, but the referee waves it away. Clear back out towards Karlsson. He can't quite find his pass though, and it's a little bit of loose one again, looking towards Gyökeres. The shake of the head from Karlsson, as he just couldn't quite find the pass into the Swedish front man. I don't think the referee will allow VAR to do it, that's just to overturn fouls inside the pitch, not inside the penalty area. He can use VAR to overturn potential second yellow cards. Players can also sent off for leaving the field of play because of what happened in the African Cup of Nations final. Confrontation, players cover the mouths, the referee can send players off for doing that as well, because what happened, FIFA player Vinny Jr. earlier on this season. Nothing to hide, then you don't see why you cover your mouth. You need to cover your mouth, I should say. Trying up the ball forward, but it just trickles its way through towards Nordfeld. It's the first half, they've just been controlled and dominated by Sweden with 6 minutes to play. Nordfeld getting the nod ahead of Viktor Johansson in the goal, the man who's plays for Stoke City, came through the non-league route from Alfreton, joined my favourite team in Rotherham United, and he was known as the Viking. Before we left, the lovely ball goes towards the far side, looking towards Gyökeres with the outstretched leg, but just couldn't quite stretch far enough. It was a beautiful ball from this near side. The cross just coming out of absolutely nowhere. Vibrant Harsson, who's growing into this game as time's going on. And he just whipped a beautiful ball towards the far side into that corridor of uncertainty between the defence and the goalkeeper. But Gyökeres just couldn't quite get there, and mentioned earlier Viktor Johansson, after he got bought by Stoke City, after he left Rotherham United, he bought 600 beers for fans. He was pouring them himself in the pub after his final game. He also became a local legend when he came over. He found himself pouring pints all evening on one occasion for the Rotherham fans. Fact about them, the most pies out of any side in England, average just less than 2 per person per game, which is enough for them to test on. That is very, very easy to do. The pies are delicious. They haven't been as good as they used to be. It's Tunisia back to international football, what we're really wanting to listen to this evening. Just point perspective about lower league. It wasn't relevant to Viktor Johansson. That would be my excuse there. With 4 minutes to go before half-time. Free kick goes Tunisia's way on this near side on the halfway line. Just goes in on Hannibal, Mejbri. Chose Tunisia. Created outlet for Burnley. Elevated from the top flight this season. With his debut. His competition in Qatar 4 years ago. Just struggling on this near side. Tunisia still have the ball away from the right hand, trying to whip it in towards the box, looking for the runner Slimani. Back out towards the edge area, he just can't quite find the return pass. So Hannibal on that right hand side. Cleared only as far as Rektor halfway inside the Sweden half, but his pass again just doesn't quite have the legs to find Valerie over on the far side, and it's an easy tackle to be made by Goodmanson, who's able to track back again down the left hand side and just clear it out for a throw. Tunisia running out of time inside this first half. Have a throw in level with the edge of the penalty area. Try and wind one up and look for the long throw. Set towards the near corner of the 6-yard box, but heading back towards the throw and taker over on the far side with Valen. Turns and finds Hannibal instead. Puts a better ball in towards the box. The header comes in, and Tunisia do have one back. And it's a beautiful header from Gyökeres. And we were saying moments ago, Hannibal wasn't finding his feet in this game. Well, he's just found them, and he's delivered an absolute beauty of a ball into the box. And Gyökeres meets the ball with his head and sends it into the far corner of Nordfeld's goal. And Tunisia half the deficit and find a way back in at a perfect time of the game. A beautiful ball swung in towards the first man. Gyökeres getting himself there ahead of Lagersbjerg. They're just helping it on its way. And Tunisia have a way back in. It's Sweden 2, Tunisia 1. And just before half-time, they finally find themselves with a bit of momentum on the scoreboard. Finding the feet earlier in the game, that ended because of the hydration break. Sweden got themselves back on top, finding that second goal. And just before half-time, Tunisia have a way back into this. It's their 7th finals appearance, their 3rd successive tournament after 2018-2022. They've never got out the group stage. With 8 of 12 third-place teams being able to go through to that round of 32 gives them a ceiling they can certainly smash through this summer. But Sweden trying to restore their 2-goal lead with Gyökeres down the right-hand side. Runs into 2 though, in an excellent tackle by Ben Hamida. Just winning the ball, but Gyökeres doing ever so well to win it back. And wins are throwing down this near side. They'll take the time to come across and take the throw-in. And this is where Lamucci is protesting to the ref and the 4th official, because it might be 5 seconds once the player does get hold of the ball. But if they take a minute and a half to go across and get the ball, then it hasn't really got the effect that it should really have. Goodmanson winds up the long throw. Sends it in towards the box, flicked on by Isak towards the far post, and just bounces once in front of Shabak. Comes across and claims it comes to be 4 minutes added on at the end of this half. And pointing to the far side, and he's actually going to give the throw in to Tunisia. So take it back. The Argentinian referee said that it took them way too long to get the throw in. Kicks come Tunisia's way. They immediately give the ball back to those in yellow and blue. Pushing down the right-hand side once more with Ben Haas. Just trying to wriggle free past Abdi, who just takes it out and just clicks the back of his heels, and Sweden will have a free kick to just try and slow this first half down, as is in their favour inside the opening 45 minutes. We've played one of the 4 minutes that have been added on at the end of this first period. Sweden in possession with an opportunity to put the ball into the box. Tunisia trying to keep them as far away from the penalty area as possible. Standing over. The free kick is Ayari, the man who opened the scoring for Sweden. All the runners move more central. Harris puts it towards the box, but that's meat and drink for the goalkeeper. Just plucks it out of the sky and then sends it quickly, looking for the run of Saar. It's then taken out by Goodman. Only goes as far as Hannibal inside the centre circle. Space on the right hand side for the final pass towards Saar. It's an excellent ball down that side. The overlap comes in, tries to drive it in towards the centre, runs into trouble, but Lindelof couldn't get his first touch right, and it falls back towards Saar, 5 yards off the right hand corner of the area. Ball back a couple of yards and then dig back over the top, looking to Saar again, but Sweden able to clear it on the first and then second attempt. Tunisia win the ball back, but foolishly given away by Skhiri. The Eintracht Frankfurt man, it's his 84th appearance. Quiet strength, leadership, and 200 appearances in the Bundesliga. Really thought he had the experience just to bring that down. There's nobody around him. He was calling from as well as just trying to slip it through the back line. It just has to be dealt with by Hein. He just clears it out towards the near side of Benassi, just puts it out of play, and Tunisia, with 90 seconds to go, trying to find a way back through, and Uchi was trying to get another ball on quickly. Rakes the hands of his technical area to hand the ball back to his team. He's still protesting. The Costa Rican fourth official down in front of us. We've seen that against Mikel Arteta this season. I think he spent more time on that side of his technical area, and I think he spent time in it throughout the entire season. Still manager. Fourth official, absolutely none of it here. 40 seconds for Tunisia. At the end of this first half, on the ball on the near side on the left-hand chap, back in towards Ben Slimani. Hannibal just in front, decides to go back instead towards Ben Hamida, who pushes it across towards the right-hand side. No space down the right-hand flank, though, so has to bring it back in towards the middle with Hannibal, who's just getting himself on the ball with a bit more with that short socks that he's got with him. A lot of creative players do tend to have, and he's giving it away though towards Isak, who almost got there. Ahead of Ben Hamida, who had to get there first, otherwise Isak would have found himself through on goal from the halfway line as the ball gets cleared forward, and there is the end of the first half. An enjoyable first half we've had as well. It started really well with both sides trying to attack, but it was Ayari who broke the deadlock against a country where he could have plied. His international trade. It was poor from the keeper after a ball came up. The keeper flapped at the ball, could only push it out as far as Gyökeres. His shot didn't have the power to beat the two players, getting themselves back on the line. And the clear one touch, and then his second was a beautiful half volley, thundering it past Shamak in the goal to give Sweden an early lead. They controlled that first half. Tunisia tried to get themselves a little bit of momentum, but then Sweden doubled their advantage through Isak. Again, an excellent clearance out of their own box, pushed towards Gyökeres, one touch with his chest, his second moving it in towards Isak on the right hand side. Talby sat back and allowed the Swedish striker to invite him onto him. He pushed it onto his right, and the keeper again should have done better with the shot that just scrambled and bounced over his hand towards his left hand side. Tunisia tried to test Nordfeld a number of times. The best came from Slimani, who should have done better to level it after Sweden opened the score.
tonight. Baila conmigo sin mirar atrás. If we fall down once, we come back twice as fast. Left side, right side, feel the ground shake. Worldwide, say oh. We are unidos, vámonos. We got the world on fire. Tonight we take it higher. Hands to the cielo, shout it louder. This is our time, our time. Oh, sing it, mi gente. All eyes on us, presente from every corner, every border. This is our time, our time. Uno, dos, tres, go. Jump, jump, suelo, tembló. Can you feel that corazón beating like a million drums? Uno, dos, tres, go. Que se escuche el mundo. We don't break, we bend the rules. Champions, yeah, that's us. We are the world on fire. We are the world on fire. Dale mi gente higher. We are the world on fire. We got the world on fire. Tonight we take it higher. Hands to the cielo, shout it louder. This is our time, our time. Oh, sing it, mi gente. All eyes on us, presente from every corner, every border. This is our time, our time. Got my scarf on tight, lace my boots in the kitchen light, name on my bag like a little dream, same colors as my whole team, posters peeling off my wall, late nights watching every goal, cheering till my voice runs small, still I'm screaming through it all. Every kick, every chance feels like fate. I'm counting down, I'm racing
Desde las calles de Ellyes hasta luces de Ciudad de México, Toronto noches a vibes de Miami. We chase the ball, we chase the fire. Corazones latiendo fuerte, taking us higher. Del norte al sur, este a oeste, tres naciones, una quest. Siente el ritmo, siente el calor. The world's coming to our beat, vamos por más. One world, one dream, mundo sueño. Kick it up, let the passion scream. Grita con pasión.
From the pitch to the sky so high, we're alive tonight.
Vivos esta noche. Ole, 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 ole. One world, one dream, 2026, we're the team. Ole, ole, ole. Somos el equipo. 2026.
Somos el equipo.
Rojo, blanco, azul, verde y oro. Historias de gloria y de tanto. Cada gol, cada lucha, every roar. Unite us as unite, this is our moment. Esta es nuestra noche. Ole, world, world, one dream. Un mundo, un sueño.
Kick it up, let the passion scream.
Grita con pasión.
From the pitch to the sky so high, we're alive tonight.
Vivos esta noche. Ole, 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 ole. One world, one dream, 2026, we're the team. Ole, ole, ole. Somos el equipo. 2026.
Somos el equipo.
Hey, hey, feel the fire rise.
Siente el fuego.
Hey, hey, touch the endless skies.
Toca el cielo.
Vamos, vamos, let's go. Allons-y, allons-y. One goal, one heart, one fight. Un gol, un corazón. Ole, ole,
One world, one dream.
un mundo, un sueño, un mundo, un rever.
Kick it up, let the passion scream.
Grita con pasión.
From the pitch to the sky so high, we're alive forever.
Ole, 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 ole. One world, one dream. FIFA 2020, champion supreme.
Campeones supremos.
Ole, ole, ole. From Buenos Aires streets we rise, sky blue hearts, unyielding eyes. Messi's magic lights our way. Tango feet will seize the day. Goal by goal we chase the crown. Flags high, we won't back down. Oi, oi, oi. Argentina, thunder roars, lift the cup on forever.
soit on arrive. Mbappé, Mbappé, ouais il domine. Mbappé, Mbappé, numéro 1. Kamavinga, contrôle le jeu à pas. Chouameni, solide au milieu. Saliba, mur infranchi, sable âme. Saliba, personne passe. Zahir Emery, étoile qui brille. Bête, doué, magie dans la ville. Osman, prêt pour le show. Frosviani 26, ouais on est chaud. Mbappé, encore elle. المغرب يتقدم، الأطلس يهتز، أسود الأطلس جاهزون للمعركة. من الدار البيضاء إلى مراكش الشعب يغني. إلى أن نبدأ النصر ينتظرنا.
حكيمي
نصيري
مزراوي
براهيم دياز.
رابط الخنوس أغرد بونو.
المغرب بطل، نرفع الكاس. لا
حكيمي نصيري مزراوي براهيم دياز.
رابط الخلوص أغرد بونو.
المغرب بطل نرفع الكاس.
بالإرادة والشجاعة نكتب التاريخ. الدفاع صلب، الهجوم يشتعل. للعالم المغربي نعطي كل شيء.
حكيمي
نصيري
مزراوي
براهيم دياز.
رابط الخنوس أغرد بونو.
المغرب بطل
نرفع الكاس.
México grita. USA responde. Canadá siente. Toda la gente. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. From the barrio to the borderlines. Kicks con sueños en los ojos bright. Camisa puesta desde la mañana. Cantando fuerte en la ventana.
far side against Isak. And the referee is going to bring out a yellow card. He's going to have to be careful, Khedira. The referee already had his yellow card out. Khedira was facing the wrong way and walking away from the referee. He knew it was coming from the challenge earlier on. In more retaliation on Karlsson for his tackle on Saad 60 seconds before. He tried to stop the counter-attack after they gave the ball away to Gyökeres. The referee rightly played advantage and brought it back, and the first booking of the evening goes the way of Khedira. His brother won the tournament back in 2014 in Germany, of course. Karlsson taking the brunt of that. Sent down the left-hand side, looking towards Saad with a long throw, plays it off Isak, so he plays it off Hein, doing the defensive work, and wins a corner kick 10 minutes into the second half, and Hein, who's a forward, converted to a centre-half, and an Atalanta regular, known as the Ferrari engine of this Swedish side, and he had to motor back to try and stop the attack again from Tunisia, but it's Hannibal who stands over the corner from the far side. 4 inside the 6-yard box for Tunisia, 2 racing in from the penalty spot towards the end. And one of those was Talbi, who on his right puts a high whip cross in towards the penalty spot, but cleared back out towards Isak. 1 touchdown towards his second touch, better, but Isak's already looking like he's strayed a little bit offside, and I think he will be offside as he's going to get brought back, and they won't even wait for Isak to take a strike, and the game just left everything to be desired, and he started driving at the Tunisian defence rather than feeding it. Isak was in plenty of space away to the left-hand side. Really taken some real pace for the Tunisian players to keep up with Isak, who hasn't had the best of seasons domestically after signing for Liverpool. He was a hero on his 17th birthday for AIK. He is still Sweden's star. Second goal in the first half. 12 minutes gone inside the second half. You can watch your game on your local broadcaster. We bring you live commentary to your ears to go alongside it. Sweden trying to get hold of the ball, but just can't quite do so in this second half so far. With Hannibal, space to turn, driving down the right-hand side is Valerie. Pass finds him, just hugging this near touchline. Back in towards Hannibal once again, who's been all over the park. He struggled to get into the game for a good 30 minutes, but as soon as he had, all of a sudden Tunisia starts to show a little bit more light as they try and find a leveller after being 2-0 down. Sweden just clearing the ball into the Tunisian half with more hope than expectation. And they're sitting deeper and deeper as this game goes on. A wonderfully whipped ball again from right to left from Hannibal in towards Saad, trying to drive down that far right-hand side against Benassi. Puts across it towards the box, looking again towards Valerie, but loses out. Does the Tunisian right back and commits a foul in the process as well. It was good defending from Sweden on that occasion. Silence about the bus and hands on pump defensively. Really good defensive header from Lindelof, who snuffed out the danger, read the danger and snuffed it out, I should say. Tunisia, since they've scored that goal to half the deficit, have been by far the better side. Long rangey ball goes towards Isak, gets an excellent little touchdown and gets there ahead of Valerie. Drives back onto his right hand side, comes towards the left hand corner of the penalty area. He's got one down the left in goodness, and if he can find the support, he has to use Karlström, but does find it. Brings it back though in towards the middle, towards Lindelof, who again tries to send it down the left towards Ayari, whose whip cross just goes past absolutely everybody. And now for goal kick to Tunisia as Graham Potter looks a little bit more comfortable after Isak scored in the first half. That's disappeared in the second half. Looking like a nervy fella is Graham Potter, the Swedish coach with deep Swedish roots. He was with Östersund for many a year. He tried for the fourth tier. Allsvenskan and the Cup, the Arsenal in the Europe as well, as it comes nicely in towards Gyökeres, and Sweden restore their 2-goal advantage. Calamity at the back from Tunisia. It's an absolute nightmare from them. They couldn't quite keep on top of the momentum, and it's the captain who gives it away, Gyökeres, who punishes them. And 60 minutes into this game, it's Sweden 3, Tunisia 1, and daylight restored once more for the Scandinavians. And we were talking about how Graham Potter didn't look too comfortable. Well, now the smile's back on his face. He was just rolled out from the goalkeeper in towards the captain, Skhiri. He turned straight in towards some danger. Isak was one of them, just stuck his leg out, drove towards the penalty area. Skhiri tried to win it back, but in doing so he fed the ball straight in towards Gyökeres, whose one-touch finish just tucked it past Shamak in the goal. As calm and as cool as you like. The Champions League finalists sending it down the right-hand side of Shamak. The goalkeeper tried to roll it out and play it cool. Skhiri took way too long on the ball, and they've been punished. The makers of their own downfall. And Gyökeres, who did everything to get this side to this tournament with his 4 goals in 2 of the playoff games, he's added his first major tournament goal. Sweden lead with half an hour to play by 3 goals to 1. And the fans here in absolute raptures. They've restored their daylight. From qualification chaos to Monterrey control. Sweden like the touch paper in Group F. And now they're feeling the momentum and the pizzazz as well, as he tried to move it to Isak, but it's just intercepted and pushed down the right-hand side. Excellent work from Valerie. Can Tunisia try and pull one back here, but good defensive work from Gudmundsson, who just wins. Gives away a corner kick. He's also being asked to be substituted. And Graham Potter has a quick change to try and make here. He's looking a little bit wary in the first half. Tunisia will try and find a way back in, but the 4th official able to get the board up before the corner's taken. In fact, it hasn't. They've taken it short, and the referee wanted to get the game underway. I don't think Tunisia were too happy about that game being underway, because Gudmundsson was trying to get himself off the pitch, but instead of going to his nearest point, he tried to run to the centre of the pitch, which means they'll tap another minute before he can actually come off, and it's going towards Gyökeres with a bit more confidence, trying to drive in towards the box, but just can't quite take on Benamida on this near right-hand side. An excellent defending from the Tunisian defender. Now it's cleared up towards Hannibal again. It's end-to-end stuff in this second half as the free kick goes Tunisia's way. Hannibal just felt a slight touch in his back. Sweden will now try and look to get Gudmundsson off the pitch if they're allowed. With Lindelof now wearing the armband, committing the foul on Hannibal, just had 2 hands in his back. rather soft one these days. They do tend to be given. We are going to make 2 changes. In fact, Robinson has gone down, and that will add a little bit of time at the end of this game. Lucas Bergveld is being readied, as is Elliot Stroud. Elliot Stroud will like to be the man that comes on for Goodmanson. He's in defence, but Mejbri of Sweden making this his 2nd appearance for the national team. He's been capped before his senior call-up. He's a title hero. Mejbri. Now he's looking to make his major tournament debut as well. Lucas Bergveld, the Spurs midfielder. Barcelona wanted him before Spurs got him. Looks like he will also be joining in a moment. Goodmanson has now got back to his feet and made his way off, and Stroud has got himself onto the pitch. Bergveld smells it. Free kick that Tunisia had is just straight wasted into the stand behind the goal, and it was poor from Tunisia. Nygren was the man. Apologies who came off for Bergveld moments before. Proud to let you know that before seeing the frustration on many Tunisian fans' faces as that free kick was just sent over the top of absolutely everybody into the stands, as Sweden now start to grow in this second half after that goal. Their confidence is back that they had. It was flowing in the first half, disappeared after Tunisia found a way back in. The first 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes of this second half, it was going to go one way. A mistake at the back. They've made 3 mistakes in this game. Tunisia will be punished for all 3. Gyökeres takes it down inside the box, but his shot just goes 5-6 yards over the top of the bar. Sweden trying to end this game now with 25 minutes to play in their tournament opening game. Referee having an excellent game. Too many referees who've had difficult games, I don't think, in this tournament. They might disagree, particularly if it is your country. He's had decisions go against you, but João Falcon Perez, the Argentinian referee, making his major tournament debut as well. Another major competition across South America. A couple of good scorers from America that qualifies for this tournament. Copa America, also the under-20 version of this competition 3 years ago. Good career moment for the Argentinian crew that joined them as well here in Monterrey. 2 sets of Argentinian referees. Others took charge of the Canada game. Opening night display as well. Given away by Tunisia inside the Swedish half. Driving again is Gyökeres. Going forward is Isak. This time he finds the pass down to the left hand side. Tries to bring it back onto the right. Isak opening the space up, but good defending once more just to stop him getting the shot away. Gyökeres picks the ball up. Plays it centrally into the middle. And now we are going to have, I thought it was going to be the second hydration break, but the referee allowed them to continue, and Sweden just holding on to the ball, slowing the game down, playing that patient, methodical play. Just building it up from the back with High. Moves into left-hand side towards this man Lindelof, back in then towards the box, looking towards Gyökeres, who couldn't quite get a spectacular attempt on the near left-hand side. It was a lovely ball, trying to look for him inside the area. He's outstretched his leg once more. You've seen hamstrings go, the amount he's tried to stretch there. It was Bergveld with the ball in. North London player knocking for North London rival and national teammate Gyökeres, but he just couldn't quite get his body right. Tried the spectacular little overhead kick attempt from Gyökeres, but he completely missed the ball. But now he will have time to take on some lubrication and some hydration as we have another second hydration break. Remember, you can watch this game through your local provider, and we provide you with the independent studio-based off-tube commentary. Tunisia had a historic global first in this competition in 1978. They beat Mexico 3-1 to become the first Arab and African nation to win in the major global tournament. Beat defending champions France in 2022, and still missed the knockout phases. Afghan champions in 2004 on home soil, Arab Cup winners in 1963, African Nations Championship champions in 2011, not to be confused with African Nations, two different tournaments. Don't get them too confused. How many one team's won over the other, you don't want to upset anybody. Certainly going to ahead at the start of this game. And I wrote down some of the notes, but they built a reputation as a respected African tournament side. They've got a long run of consecutive AFCON appearances. They just, now they would love to find themselves making it out of the group stages for the first time ever. And as it stands, side who North African Mediterranean area, shaped by Carthaginian, Roman, Ottoman and French influence, the Sahara to the south. Arab Spring story in 2011, setting the history of the beautiful nation of Tunisia. Right now, they're sitting at the bottom of Group F, Japan and Netherlands. Showing the spoils earlier on, it is Sweden who will be enjoying their evening, Sunday evening, the most. Back underway in a moment or so. There'll be just less than 19 minutes to play. Sweden to see this game out, and for Tunisia to try and find a way back in. Lamouchi said in his press conference he was hoping that their objective would be to qualify from the group. That's supporters to believe it's possible. The supporters have tried to make plenty of noise as he's going to make a couple of substitutions, as well is Lamouchi. Saad makes his way off. Churi makes his way on, as does Tuneki and Haj Mahmoud. Rather quickly. There's Hannibal, Ellyes. Ellyes, the man, one of those who has come off as they try and go for it. Skhiri was the other man that has made way, so they brought on two forwards and a midfielder, Ellyes, Churi, Copenhagen frontman, 5 goals to his name this season, 4 for the national team. He's quiet with the media, seen by fans as a match-changing player. He the creative spark for Copenhagen, and how Tunisia would love for that to be the case. Coming into the midfield as well is Haj Mahmoud. Applies his trade over in Switzerland for Lugano. Suspon midfielder, trusted by Lamouchi. won the Swiss Cup with his domestic side, and the other man making his way on to try and add a bit of liveliness. Up front is Tunisia. In Scotland with Celtic. 6 goals to his name this season, 1 for the national team. Part of Norway's youth side before switching to Tunisia. Against Haiti in a friendly match. But in this game, not too many friends at all. Not on the major stage, and with 16 minutes to go, Tunisia are going to need to be a little bit more ruthless if they want to find themselves picking up a point in this competition. Now a throw over on the far side. Hannibal wins it well. Look down the left-hand side, but Gyökeres is there to deny him any opportunity. He may have 2 changes so far for Sweden, 3 for Tunisia. Yes, he came off had a really difficult game. He's struggled up front to just get hold of the ball. Valerie at right back. Was also one of those to go off, and Ellyes, Skhiri, the Frankfurt man, plenty of experience to his name in the last 2 iterations of this competition as well. They've just got to go for it at this point. Tunisia, it's all or nothing. You can see the Netherlands seems to play out that way when it gets late on, as the cool evening air here in Monterey. Keeping the fans nice and cool, but it's the football that's keeping the Swedes hot in the stands as Sweden make their way down the left-hand side again, and they're going to win another corner kick. Mejbri will come across to take it rather quickly. Sweden looking to end this game now with 14 minutes to play as they try and crowd around Shamak once again. 3 goals for Sweden, 3 mistakes from Tunisia, 2 from Shamak, 1 from Skhiri. He won't have been too happy that he was taken off. And the mistake for the third as Ellyes swings the ball in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, cleared out well towards the edge of the penalty. Hacked back in by Stroud. It's a high one, but it doesn't go very far, and then Ben Hamid Amida able just to clear his lines and get the ball away for Tunisia, but the game slowly moving out of their favour. It's settled down over the last 10 minutes or so. After plenty of pressure at the start of the second half by the Tunisian side. But it's the Swedes and the Swedish fans who are making plenty of noise here in Guadalupe in Monterey. They are the happiest of a bunch. Tunisia on the ball. Hannibal sitting deep inside his own half, trying to get hold of it, but his pass across the goal scorer Gyökeres was almost a hospital ball, and he's invited pressure onto him by Ayari. Does manage to get there and works it back, and retreats to Shamak in the goal, who just puts his foot through it. A little knockdown by Karlsson. Picked up and moved across towards the far left-hand side by those in red. Hannibal again on the halfway line, just puts his foot through it, looking for Tunisia. On this near right-hand side, play back in towards Achul. Sweden sitting back and doing the defensive work late on here. Now on the right-hand side again to a fellow substitute, Mahmoud. Links up again with Churi, drives towards the byline, puts a cross in towards the box, will clear back out towards the near right-hand side, and the linesman's flag goes up 4 offside. against the Churi. From receiving the ball back again, and Lamucci just looks on now from the touchline. Can still make another 2 changes. The makers of their own downfall in this game. They're trying to threaten the Swedish goal, but every time they seem to get close, they seem to just stray slightly offside. They show plenty of signs of life at the start of the second half. As the time goes on, the light's starting to go out behind the eyes. The Tunisian players try to win the ball back. An excellent tackle though, wins it for Sweden, and that's applauded by everybody in yellow as well as Graham Potter on the near side. Ayari, the man who's been excellent in this game, putting in a wonderful slide tackle to deny Tunisia a possible counter-attack. It's played forward in towards Gyökeres. Takes his time to try and bring it down, and was sat on his shoulder for a little bit of time as well. And some old school trickery. Does now fall down towards Stroud, who finds Isak. Just about keeps himself on side. Tries to get a pass across towards this 6-yard box, but dealt with well by Tunisia. It had the accuracy, but it didn't have the pace on it to find the runner coming in at the far post. And it was Bernharsen who was racing over from the right-hand side off the pitch. Great defending. At the back from Tunisia just to snuff out the danger. Hannibal wins it on the halfway line. Plays it back inside his own half to Mahmoud. Quick change of play towards the left-hand side. Now Tunisia just trying to attack down the left channel. Driving towards the edge of the area. He's got one to be over on the far side. He runs into some trouble, and then they get a cross in, but it's way too close to the keeper, who cradles the ball on the ground like a mother cradles a newborn baby. It's me to drink from the quality of the keeper. Likes of Nordfeld in his 22nd appearance for the national team, sending up to Gyökeres, who's looking a little bit more tired as the game goes on. Couldn't quite get his knee down. He's got plenty of quality still on the bench for both sides for Sweden. Got the 2 substitute keepers in Zetterström and Viktor Johansson. Got defenders, Herman, Johansson, Daniel Svensson, Engdahl. Potentially have Starfelt to potentially bring on. Also got Tia Lange, Ken Senna, Smith and Ellyes and Ali, all to potentially bring on in the final 9 minutes of this game. Tunisia. 2 substitute keepers dominant. And Hassan will be looking on rather frustrated. The issues that have gone on with Shamak, particularly in that first half. We've also got the likes of Aiden, Roos, Dylan Brown. Against Belgium in 2018. Found Bayern, despite having limited minutes in the last 2 competitions. Option for them to bring on Mastori, Gabi, Ben Juarez, Galina Yari, Malumi, Shalawat, Gatti and Shikurai. All available. All those in red to bring on, but 8 minutes to go, and it's Sweden in complete control of this game, just as they have been from the first minutes of this contest. Tunisia shows signs, and it's starting to get into desperation station for them. Words still jangling in the Swedish camp. 1 goal could change everything. Even now it's over on the right-hand side, and Sweden will win a free kick as Bernharsen just dragged down by Abdi. Now has the captain's armband and looks tired himself as well. They've been doing plenty of defending, chasing the game. Amucci will throw his final throw of the dice. Madeira will make his way off. They'll make 2 changes. Will Tunisia. Mejbri also making his way off. Coming on is Gabi. Showing at the moment, mentioned the moment before Gabi. The Augsburg man making his 80th appearance for the national team. Played in Spain and France in their youth. PSG academy route as well. Hasn't had too much time this season. Here in Augsburg. In the Bundesliga. Ball's played into a box and it's 4-0. And it's as simple as you like, and it's game, set and match for Sweden. It was a simple free kick, played in, not dealt with, and it's the substitute Mattias Svanberg. The linesman's flag has gone up over on the far side, and he will be denied an almost instant impact after coming on. He's only been on the pitch for a moment of seconds. Stolen into the Tunisian players coming on before announcing Svanberg had made his way on. He's miles offside, to be fair. In fact, everyone for Sweden is offside. I think he was hoping that Isak might have just got a flick on, because Isak stayed onside. He stayed on then after he was onside the second attempt, if it had taken a slight flick on the way through. But what an impact that would have been for the substitute. He came on moments ago for Karlström, the Wolfsburg midfielder. He could have chosen ice hockey just like his father. Plays over in Wolfsburg with the title with Malmo in 2016, but that could have been one of the best moments of his career had that stand. It doesn't, and it remains Sweden 3, Tunisia 1. The referee is just checking this for VAR, and they're looking to see if Isak got a flick on, and Isak's claiming that he got a flick on. So we'll wait for VAR to make their decision about whether Sweden will have a fourth goal here or not. The referee just trying to move the players crowding around them. The only ones, Lindelof and Abdi, the two captains, to come and have a conversation with him. But right now, all eyes and ears are listening to VAR. See what decision has been made. Svanberg wait. And it's been given as a goal. And Svanberg with his first touch, a mere seconds after coming on, has given Sweden all 3 points. They lead by 4 goals to 1, and what a moment for him. He'd only just made his way onto the pitch. The free kick from the far side, everyone bar Isak stayed on side. Isak flicked it through. It looked like he got nowhere near it, but on the replay they've shown it's just flicked off the back of his heel straight in towards Svanberg, who got himself back on side. And it's his 3rd goal and his 42nd appearance for the national team. And what a moment to do it. And what a scoreline this is. Sweden 4, Tunisia 1. And Sweden, who struggled in the qualifiers to get them into this tournament. And the replay showed that Isak just got a slight nick on. Flicked it in towards Svanberg, who hit it sweetly on the half volley down into the bottom right of the corner, and Graham Potter has the biggest smile I think I've ever seen on his face. Now they can breathe a sigh of relief. Now they know that they will be taking 3 points. A 4-1 lead here in Monterrey. And Svanberg with the goal. What an inspired substitution from Graham Potter. That's probably why he's got the biggest smile on his face. He took off Jesper Karlsson, the Udinese man. As here comes Isak once more, looking for 5th and forcing Shamak into a save. An excellent run again from Gyökeres down the left-hand side, driving down towards the byline, just pulls it back in towards Isak, whose first time finished rocking towards the far corner, just pushed away from Shamak, who was better on that occasion. But Sweden, They've already got the 3 points in the bag. They're just enjoying themselves now and having the time of their lives. The other man that came on moments before that goal hit the back of the net was Firas Shawat, the Club African man who plays his games in Tunisia. He's got 14 goals for them this season. Back-to-back Tunisian top scorer. Title-winning forward. That's to watch as a man that hasn't scored. He's only scored 3 goals this season for Wolfsburg. Made an instant impact. Lining 2 more changes up as well is Graham Potter. It looks like Daniel Svensson, the Borussia Dortmund running machine, will come on. Just 13 kilometres per game when he does play, and Anthony Elanga as well, the Newcastle man. Plenty of pace, has his rhythm as a dancer, chant. I'm sure he'll be dancing into the night, but here comes Bergvall once more, and it's an excellent last-ditch tackle, and what a clearance that is from the Tunisian defence. Again, it's Gyökeres who's really grown into this game. He struggled for some time, he just picked up the loose ball, played it back into the box towards Bergvall, but what a sliding challenge that was from Abdi to get himself across. Heroic defending at the back to keep this scoreline down. Sweden will have a corner kick as we come up to 90 minutes on the clock. We'll have a few extra minutes added on to the usual 3 for the hydration break. As Isak makes his way off for Anthony Elanga. And Benyasin makes his way off as well for Svensson. Final changes made from both sides. No more substitutes can be made as the corner's whipped in from this near side towards the far side, and Shemak gets through the bodies of players and gets a hand to it to just push it away and out of play on the far side of the pitch, and it'll be a Swedish throw, which we still wait to see how long will be added on by the referee at the end of this game. 30 seconds into time added on. Nothing announced from VAR. Isak side getting his jersey on. 6 minutes have been added on, of which we've already played a minute. Touchdown by the last goal scorer there in Svanberg. Brings it back in towards Lindelof inside his own half and just moves it back across towards centre-half partner of Dean over on the far side of the pitch. Locks up and just tries to get a man in behind the back line over on the far side, looking for the run of the new man Svensson, who loses now but tries to do the defensive work high up the field with that high press, and don't need to do too much more of that in this game. Comfortable win. Sweden in the end after he looked a little bit unsure and nervy right at the end of the first half and first 10 minutes of the second half, but bar that 15-minute spell, this has been Sweden's game. Controlled the scoreline, around about the same amount of possession, but they've ball. Shots around Tunisia. Tunisia did have opportunity, got an opportunity here with a free kick on this near side. Gyökeres off the touch, whipped in towards the penalty area by Ismail Khan. Cleared out though by Sweden towards the far side, and a shot comes in from range and it stings the palms of Nordfeld in the goal, who can't keep on to it, just has to push it away and out towards the far side with an excellent work defensive from Lager Bielka to win a free kick against the substitute. Ellyes, who just comes into the back. They're showing on the big screen the Isak touch. If you've ever watched a game of cricket, it's a bit like Ultra Edge. They're currently showing. Showing they could hear the slight noise and the nick, and I'm not too sure where they've taken that from. Actually, when it does come to cricket, it's obviously very difficult to try and reference. When it does come to cricket, because it can be noise in the microphone, sorry, he's behind the player that's batting in the stumps in the wicket. Isak was in the penalty area, so I'm not too sure which microphone would have picked that up and said there was no noise anywhere else, but that was an interesting one from the organisers to show on the big screen as Tunisia try and find a consolation goal late on. 2.5 minutes of the 6 minutes added on at the end of this game. Sent down the left-hand side, looking for Mahmoud, who can't quite get himself into the area, clear back out towards the far side. The linesman's flag goes up once more, and it's a tail of the tape really for Tunisia in this game, straying offside way too many times. Just invited. Just needed to clear the lines on way too many occasions, and I think they would have liked 5-6 times they've been offside in this game. They kept the linesman busy, that's for sure. As it's with Sweden over on the far side with Gyökeres, pushed towards the far touchline. He's going to win a throw in off Hannibal as well. He's really grown into this game, Gyökeres. He was slow in the first half, looked like he was running through treacle, but as the second half's gone on, he's really grown. He's found his feet far more. Still doesn't quite have the pace, but his first touch improved. He's finding his passes well. Here he's down the left-hand side, but Ben with a lovely challenging, then he just clears his lines with 60 seconds to go in this game. Sweden on the edge and verge of a wonderful, wonderful major tournament victory. The referee counting down over on the far side, and they'll just quickly take the throw. It might have been a foul though as well for Sweden as well. The referee says the ball's been won, comes back out, shot comes in, and it's 5-1 to Sweden. They cannot keep them out too long, and it's Ayari once more with his second goal of the game. His first goal, he held his hands up and said, I don't want to celebrate against the country I could have played for. On this occasion, he's knee sliding into the corner and he completely forgets that. It's been an absolute romp from the Scandinavians, and they lead by 5-1 in the 96th minute here in Monterrey. It looked unnervy for a 15-minute period or so, but they've absolutely walked it in the end. And Yasin Ayari, the Brighton man, he only had 3 goals for the national team before the start of this evening. He's added 2 more to that, and it was another mistake at the back. It was an excellent challenging, given away. Ayari pounced onto it, pushed it once to his right-hand side, and then a beauty of a strike into the far right-hand corner of Shamak's goal. Tunisia just have not been at the races, and for the second game in a row against European sides, they found themselves conceding 5. It's an easy evening, and Graham Potter with a huge smile on his face, and you won't take that off him for days to come. The referee blows the full-time whistle as well. That's the end of the game. He saves Tunisia from any more embarrassment, but he started as it meant to go on for Sweden and Ayari. He didn't celebrate the first time. Shamak came out, didn't deal with the ball over the top. He palmed it away as Isak tried to close him down, straight in towards Gyökeres. His shot was cleared off the line, but only as far as Ayari, who stepped up on the edge of the area on the half volley and just sent it past Shamak to his left-hand side. The keeper really should have done better, but beaten by the pace. Slimani forced the goalkeeper up the other end, Norfeld into a save when he really should have scored from 10 yards out. Isak then made it 2 on the counter. A long ball went in towards Gyökeres. His excellent first touch with his chest. His second sent Isak into space. The defence sat back, invited pressure onto him, particularly Talbi on that occasion. Isak got to the edge of the area, pushed it to the right-hand side, opened up the angle, played it low to the left-hand side of Shamak, who couldn't get down quick enough.